All right, so here is the finished look of these flares. Now, I've been hinting about these in a few videos, guys, and the reason that we're doing this is in the back, we have a little bit of surface rust bubbling. I've washed that out. I'm going to be putting some protection on it, and then I'm going to be putting these flares on the back. Now, I chose to not paint these. We'll see how it turns out. If they really do kind of fade and get ugly pretty quick or they start warping, I'll let you guys know, but as long as they stay looking like they do now, I'm going to leave them. The reason why is it does match a lot of the black plastic that's on the truck. So it does work with the overall look of the truck, and I do think that it'll help provide the protection, especially in the back that doesn't have anything over the wheel wells. There was chrome trim on it. The chrome trim has held moisture where they put the screws. It's leaking. We're going to be fixing all of that when we do the back flares. But in order to put these on, all you basically need is one of these with a 7mm socket. Now, you might need the shorter version or the longer, depending on where you are and putting the bolt in. I'll show you guys that here in just a bit. There's a few spots that I did not like the fitment of these, and I'm going to show you guys where that is. And this happens because as we have to push the flare in to grab where the bolts need to be, it does kind of push this in and pulls this out. So it gets a little bit of warping going on. You don't want to get too carried away and push too much, but also the fitment on these are not great, and I'll show you where I had to drill some stuff out. All right, so here we are up underneath. Up here, I had to drill and put a pop clip in here just because this corner didn't want to stay flush to the truck, and it still isn't perfectly flush. If we look, there's still a little gap there. I'm not going to be able to fix that, so I'm just going to leave that the way it is. I put a pop clip in there that'll hold. There's a 7mm here, 7mm here, 7mm here, 7mm here, 7mm here. Now, this one is an additional. I believe this one and this one are additional because these came with these mud flaps. The reason I want to run the mud flaps is I don't want tire kick-up scratching the paint. I do have some scratches along the bottom side of that rocker that I do need to get coating on it to keep it from rusting. So I will be showing you guys that when we pull these running boards finally. I'm not ready to pull running boards just yet. I'm thinking I'm going to be turning this truck completely around, and I'm going to be working on the back end next. The reason why I want to work on the back is I want to get my ride height leveled off. Right now, I am a little bit higher in the front with the new lift, and I will explain that in just a little bit. So when you're putting these on, make sure that you get them as flush as you can to the body. Use the mounting points, but there's some spots that you have to drill. So it doesn't line up perfectly. This molding is not set to where it needs to be. So I had to drill here. I had to drill this one. I had to drill this one and this one. This was far enough in that it didn't affect the flare or the wheel liner, but these were already on, which made my life a little easier because I was able to use these to line up where that was so that I could just figure out where I needed to drill my holes for this. What I used was basically just a 1/4-inch bit, and I just drilled that one and then those two. So that one and those two. So let's discuss this lift a little bit. I've got some time in this video, that's why I wanted to do it in this one. Basically, my old struts were so worn out that it lowered the truck a full inch. So it should have only been an inch from front to rear when we measured. That being said, what happened was when I put the lift blocks in it, it looked like it lifted it 4 inches, when really it's only a 2-inch lift. So it's only designed to be like a leveling lift where it's just supposed to level the truck out. This still would have put me in the neighborhood of being an inch taller in the front versus the rear. So how I could fix that is adding that 1-inch block in the rear, which is what we are going to do now. Now that I have seen it on the ground, I have tested it, I've kind of wiggled the steering out to let it settle down. Once I did that, I knew that there was something going on. So when I first let it down, I was 4 inches from the original height, meaning that originally I was 36 inches, now I was 40, and I'm like, okay, what happened? So I wiggled it, it dropped down about a 1/2 inch, so I was at 39.5. I was aiming to be at 38, and then all I would have done was put load leveling shocks in the rear, and I would have called it good. Unfortunately, because I was at 39, that meant I'm going to have to put the blocks in the back. And that'll get me at the perfect ride height. And I might not even need to put the load leveling shocks in it, but I'm going to keep it in case I do get a trailer to go pick up cars. If I do that, then I'm going to need to put those load leveling shocks in the back. I do have the helper bags. I could use those, and I probably would. But having the load leveling shocks really does kind of help for trailering. So that I probably would consider it at that point. But guys, this is the process of putting these flares on. Now, why did we go ahead and put the flares on before I did the back and then measured it all out again? Because I'm going to install the ones on the back and then do my final measurement so I know where I'm at once the rear is done. My goal was to get the front end done down on the ground to where I don't have to mess with it again. We do have some mechanical repairs coming up, guys. I do have to drain the fluid in the front diff and replace that. And we also have to fix an oil leak coming off of the oil cooler lines. These lines are really hard to get to. They're above the front drive shaft, so this could be a bit of a challenge and could get really messy really quick. The reason I have to change it is my old seal just isn't holding up. It's seeping a little bit. I'd rather get to it while I have my skid plates off and do it then. But I dredged on a little bit with too much on this topic, guys, but I really did want to show you where you could run into problems when doing these flares. Try to keep them as flush to the body as you can. If you really have to force them in, you might have to re-drill the holes.